Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Euro Fantasy Football and welcome to my video. In today's video, I'm going to be looking at my team going into the final, where we'll make our final decisions. I also want to talk to you guys about what went right and what went wrong throughout the tournament. I think it's actually quite essential that we look at these things. I'm not afraid of like running away when I don't have the best rank in the world. I'm here to continue until the end, and that was my promise, and to help out. And I'm pretty certain that with the strategies early on, I have helped a lot of people out there. So I'm happy with that, but I do want to look at what things that I did wrong to kind of like adjust that for another tournament and to get better at. I think that's quite essential. So yeah, and the other thing that I wanted to say is thank you so much for the fantastic support, guys. I know the last couple of match days I haven't been around too much. I'm just gonna blame work, but I hope that I have helped you kind of set up your team and strategies. But yeah, it has been a fantastic journey. It has been a fantastic tournament. So I just want to thank you guys. I just want to thank the tournament, to be honest with you, because it's been a lot of entertainment, considering, what's happening around the world. So, these kind of entertainments we need, and I'm absolutely over the moon, and I cannot wait to watch the final. So you guys let me know in the comments below who's going to win. Is it going to be Italy or is it going to be England? Let me know in the comments below. Now, let's have a look at the semi-finals. I mean, yeah, let's have a look at it now, because I was going to look at the strategy that we looked at the beginning of the season. As you can see, it looks like a cake, like a trifle or something. So yeah, all around, as you can see, not many returns, probably just what, 1, 2, 3 returns for my players. Yeah, it hasn't gone down well in the semi-finals, and I think that goes for a lot of people out there. I think it's quite difficult to kind of get the points at this stage, because there's just less players to pick from. So I'm just going to move on to the final. So as you can see, obviously we've got 5 free transfers, and I will make at least 3 or maybe even 4, depending on which players actually start. So yeah, there's a couple of players that I have in mind, but it all depends on the team lineup on that Sunday game. And obviously there might be some changes. Maybe Jack Grealish might play. If that's the case, then, I might just go ahead and captain him because he's 11% owned. So I'm going to do something like that. So let's just have a look. Let's just remove like a defender and midfielder, so we have some options. Saka, Rice, I think I would go for Saka if he starts. Mason Mount as well. He has a potential to start against Italy. So any of the players like Mason Mount, Saka or Jack Grealish, if they do start, I mean, I'm pretty certain that they will play later on as well, but it all depends on who starts. If they do, I'm just going to pick one of them and captain him. So if Mason Mount actually starts, I'm just going to captain him because he's lower owned than other players out there. So something like this. I'm just going to add the team here. And obviously we're going to go to Italy. Barella is actually a low owned player. That is only 20% owned, 7.5. But to be honest, we've got so much money. Chaser, yeah, there's other players here that I'm looking at, even Jorginho, that is only 8%. So it all depends on the team lineup, but I think I'm just going to captain an England player and just have fun with that. Let's have a quick look at some of the strikers. Yep, Immobile, just going to add him there. Let's just fix up the team. So I'm going to go for, is there another defender that I might want? Stones, Walker, I'm impressed by how Walker played last game, so might bring him as well. So something like this, and captain Mason Mount. So I can make another 2 more transfers. So maybe Berardi, if he doesn't start, if he's on the bench, I might just bring in another player that actually starts. So these are just basically some of the options here that I wanted to talk to you guys about. But we'll just have to see the team lineup, and whoever plays, I'm going to make those 3 transfers, fix the team up. And that is pretty much it, really. There's not much to kind of say into the final. So good luck to both teams. Let's hope that is a fantastic final. And yeah, and good luck with your teams. Now, let's look at some of the strategies that we looked at the beginning of the tournament. Let's look at things that what went right and what went wrong. Now, before this game kind of like kicked in and everyone started to play, we looked at a strategy where for us to use all of the chips in the group stages. And I think that strategy has worked well for a lot of managers out there. That was the strategy to go for, and that has worked out. And the other strategy was to basically hold one of the chips, maybe the wild card, in the quarterfinals. And that strategy basically worked out as well, because when I got to the quarterfinals, I needed more players. So I was kind of struggling, and I had to take a -4 point hit there, and I really wanted the wild card. So, but looking back at it, I think using it in the group stages has worked out better. Like even in the Champions League game, I always like use the boost in the group stages, because you just get more chance of like bigger teams playing lower clubs. So that has worked. I think the problem is, because there are only a few match days, you got to get the points on board very, very quickly. Like you got to get the points on match day 1, 2, 3, and at least for the round of 16 to have a decent finish. Because when you got to the quarterfinals and now the semi-finals, we pretty much have the same players. And that strategy and that kind of like discussion has proven itself. You know, most of us all of us got the same players, to be honest with you. And it's all about like nailing those players at the right time. That is pretty much it. I think we looked at all of these players, all of the players that like has done well. It's just all about getting those right combinations. And that is pretty much it. You get those right combination of players with the players that we looked at, you would definitely do well. And the other thing is, I think the captain, like getting a captain return was quite difficult, I think. But you know, I think that still worked out really well. You know, we looked at captain for each day, and that was a big strategy all around. So that went well. So overall, looking at it, for me, I saw all of the good players, but I just picked the wrong players at the wrong time. And that's pretty much it, really. And there were scenarios where, like in match day 1, I remember when I made a video talking about, like, should I remove Harry Kane for Ronaldo? I didn't, and Ronaldo scored 2 goals. And in match day 2, I had Gareth Bale. I removed him. In match day 3, I had Shaqiri. I removed him for Embolo because I wanted to try something a little bit different. And I messed it around right in the last minute. So for that, that's just me to blame. You know, that's just me to blame. I tinkered too much, and I changed the team around. So that's the problem. So that's looking at it. I should stop tinkering. So if I confirm a team early on, I should just stick with that. I didn't do that, and I tried to be too clever, I think. And I did it on my own, so I am the blame. And the other thing is, well, I think that's pretty much it. I tinkered too much that I messed it up. That is pretty much it. I think the strategy there with the captaincy, using the chips at certain times were correct. Just those last minute decisions has cost a lot of points throughout each match day. So yeah, that I would just yeah, it's basically just me. So, but I hope that, you know, with the strategies that we looked at and the players that we looked at has helped you, and you have picked the right combination of players to do well. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I learned a lot from it as well, which is good to kind of like move that to another tournament. And yeah, that is pretty much it, guys. You let me know in the comments below how well your tournament has been. You let me know in the comments below who's going to win. Is it going to be Italy or is it going to be England? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. In the next few days, I will be starting to ramp up and add more fantasy football videos. And that is pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.